Hey everyone, Dan and Alyssa back for another Disney dining video. This time we are talking about our best experiences on Disney property.
I loved bringing you our worst because that was just super fun.
It's fun.
But bringing you our best, like these are the places that if you just want probably a pretty solidly good experience any day of the week that you go, you're gonna get it at these places.
All right, we're gonna get the first two out of the way up front because they're kind of obvious. So yeah. Victoria and Albert's and Monsieur Paul, these were our only two 5-star reviews that we've done on Disney property. We've been doing this for 3.5 years, and these are the only two, and they deserve every single bit of it.
Oh yes.
But it's a fortune to go, right? Like it's super expensive to go to these restaurants. So we're gonna get these out of the way up front because I know a lot of people are gonna see this and be like, of course it's, of course they had a good experience at Victoria and Albert's. Victoria and Albert's for the two of us, it was approaching $1,000. Like it is not a cheap meal.
It is not cheap.
But it is amazing.
It was amazing. I would actually say that I prefer Monsieur Paul over Victoria and Albert's. It's a little cheaper, but I like the experience a little better. It didn't feel so uppity, like too fancy. That's just my opinion.
I agree. And it's much easier to book. Victoria and Albert's is super impossible to book. And while it was a fantastic experience, I would rather go to Monsieur Paul, and it's cheaper. So for the two of us, Monsieur Paul was approaching $800. So still really stupid expensive.
Still a lot of money for one meal.
But both experiences are hours long. So it's not like you're getting in, like churning you out to get somebody else to sit at your table. It's like you have the table for the night.
Yeah.
And you can do pairings, you can do, Monsieur Paul actually includes like certain alcoholic tastings like with the meal. They're both fantastic. They're both very upscale. However, in Monsieur Paul, there were people in park clothes because it's in Epcot. So not everybody was like dressed to the nines. There wasn't anything specific about them, but Monsieur Paul twice and Victoria and Albert's once, all 3 times were just over the top fantastic, from the service to the food to the tasting, everything about them were great.
Next up is Cinderella's Royal Table. We went for breakfast, and this was before all of the princesses came back to walking around the table, and it was still one of our top experiences. The food was surprisingly very delicious. It is definitely the most expensive character dining experience on Disney World property. But I want to go back and try the lunch dinner experience with all the princesses now to see if it still holds up, because the breakfast experience was really top notch. I
totally agree. The food was actually spectacular. Mm-hmm. It was way better than I thought it would be for a character dining experience in Cinderella Castle. I figured they would lean on the ambiance and theming of just eating in a castle.
Yeah. It's
amazing, by the way. And then also having characters. So I didn't think that the food would be anything to talk about, but it really was very good. It wasn't your standard character dining experience as far as the food goes. So the fact that the characters are great, that they're back now, the princesses are back now, and the ambiance is cool, and the food is really good. I can't wait to go back, and we're gonna take you on a dining review for lunch or dinner, one of the two. But
you're gonna take me on a dining review to there?
I might take the kids. Up next, one of our favorites is Beer Garden. We've eaten here many times, and every single time is fantastic. This is our restaurant of choice whenever we do the dining packages, whether that's Candlelight Processional or Eat to the Beat or whatever. Like, we like Beer Garden. We love the ambiance. We love the fact that it's kind of a hybrid show, plus an all-you-care-to-enjoy buffet, plus you can get the 1-liter beers.
The giant beers.
We just did 7-night adventures by Disney in Germany through Munich and up to Berlin. I mean, it was fantastic, but kind of the iconic thing to do is get those 1-liter beer steins, and the beer.
Say, Prost!
The beer is not like super heavy on the alcohol either, so you can it's really well done. The food there is, a lot of times for me, like if I go to a German restaurant in the States, like I feel like they dial back the salt. Like, it was very flavorful in Germany. Beer Garden just does it right.
Yeah, they really do a good job. Next up, we are staying in Epcot and heading over to Mexico Pavilion to San Angel Inn, or San Angel Inn, whichever way you prefer to say it. But this is the restaurant that's inside the pyramid, where you can sit down there by the water, where you watch the boats for the Three Caballeros pass by, and you see like the big, volcano, and it's just the ambiance could not be beat. Like it's so spectacular.
For sure. And we love the Three Caballeros. We love the whole like scene inside Mexico. Air conditioning is pumping in there. And I think they added it to the menu now, but the first time we went, like nothing, like every time we go, I look at this menu and I'm like, nothing looks like super like appealing to me because it's like authentic Mexican. But every time I go, we order something and it's just,
so good.
It's an incredible meal.
Yeah.
But the first time we went, they got so we wanted the queso from La Cava because it's really creamy. And at the time on the menu, all they had was the fundido queso, which is like super thick and it's like a whole thing. But they went and got it for us, which I thought was just really spectacular. Up next, we're gonna move over to Animal Kingdom Park and we ate at Tiffin's. We did a dining review there. It was the only time we've ever eaten there, still to this day.
It's the only time I ever had a whole fish looking at me.
I love that we had a whole fried fish and literally you can look at the fish when it comes like in the face.
His little body was curved and his mouth was open. We took a little photo together.
There is so much going on here. So the restaurant itself, Joe Rohde was kind of the creative guy behind Animal Kingdom and it extended into Tiffin's.
Yeah, it did.
And there are so many stories about just what the decor is and represents inside Tiffin's. You can get lost in that and like itself.
Yeah.
But the drinks are spectacular. They've got a great wine selection. It's a little bit more upscale when you talk about theme park dining, but the food is really quite good.
Oh, talking about it, that was one of our first ones. We need to go back.
It's a good meal.
It's a great meal. Oh, all right. Well, now we're going to jump over to Hollywood Studios and go to one of my all-time favorites, which is Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. This is one that our family discovered on one of our first trips here, and we made it just a staple into our vacation because it was that much fun. It's like you walk into a drive-in theater that's inside in the air conditioning, which is a huge bonus, especially whenever you're walking around a theme park all day. But you have these kitschy, like old-time horror films like Attack of the 30-Foot Woman and just like silly things. It's just like silly little things. It's not scary. You can get a really good milkshake and some fried pickles and sit in your little car and just kind of like zone out for a minute, soak up the air conditioning and enjoy life.
Up next is the Boathouse over at Disney Springs. We're gonna have several restaurants here at Disney Springs. Disney Springs, like it doesn't have rides. Well, I guess it's got the aerophile, the hot air balloon.
And the little carousel.
And the car,
and the
amper
train.
cars. Anyway, the Boathouse is one of our favorite restaurants. We found this years ago. Yeah. We have been every single trip. We came down from Oklahoma. We went to the Boathouse, sometimes twice.
One time, 3 times.
It just holds a lot of nostalgia for us. Aiden especially loves raw oysters, and they've got a great raw bar. So great raw oysters, get the Lucky Ducks. And then they have a wonderful old fashioned in Christmas season, holiday season.
Which is coming up.
I know, they have a holiday old fashioned, which has got like a cranberry simple syrup that they make there in-house, which is wonderful. 1 large cube, of course. The ambiance is fantastic. Inside, outside, doesn't matter. They do have a brunch. They'll have live music in there at certain times. And then if you sit outside, if it's not super hot, like on the water, even in like the last time we went, it was a little bit chilly because it was over kind of the winter months. They had heaters out there, which was a great ambiance too, because it's the kind with like the fire inside of it. Just wonderful.
We've never had a bad server at the Boathouse. And I know that some people have told us like, well, I didn't have a great experience, but we personally have not ever experienced that, and we have been to that restaurant
a bunch.
At least 20 times, if not more. I mean,
it is one of my top 5 old fashions on property. It is one of my favorite burgers on property, just their standard cheeseburger. So to go to this upscale restaurant where you can get raw oysters and steaks, and by the way, it's owned by Gibson, so it's really like a beef company. And then the brunch is just fantastic.
We're hanging out in Disney Springs for a little bit longer, and we are going to head over to Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. Now, this is just good Southern cooking. I mean, and once again, it's one of those places that we really haven't had bad experience as far as like serving goes. Like the food is always really good, like well done, huge portions, great value. It's phenomenal. Has a fantastic brunch. You can go brunch, you can go lunch, you can go dinner. Now brunch is only on the weekends, unfortunately. And they have fantastic drinks. Fantastic drinks.
Raglan Road is another one, like Disney Springs, like if you don't have rides at Disney World, you got to do something to level up and get people to come there. Shopping's fine, but really the meals are fantastic. So Raglan Road has wonderful entertainment, indoor, outdoor seating, live cloggers and music, just depends when you go.
Irish dancers.
Irish dancers. But they also have really, really great bars with drink selections. Yeah. The brunch, when we first went to brunch there was a Bloody Mary that was fantastic, but they had a bacon salt rim. just crazy good. And then you get
so good.
I love that the brunch has some of the most popular things from the regular menu, but also brunchy things, right?
Yes.
So you can get the fish and chips, which are of course classics at Raglan Road, but you can also get things like of course like the French toast that's like a drowned French toast.
Eggs Benedict.
Just all kinds of really great stuff. Raglan Road is fantastic. Indoor, outdoor bars, indoor, outdoor seating, indoor, outdoor entertainment. Just they have their own gift shop there. Like it's a whole experience at Raglan Road. Highly recommend to check that one out.
All right, if you are looking to plan your next magical vacation, you want to have firsthand knowledge of all of these wonderful restaurants, please reach out to us over at Fantastical Vacations. We plan Disney destinations, Universal Cruise Lines, and all-inclusive resorts.
Okay, we're gonna go to Summer House on the Lake next, and if you saw our first dining review, which wasn't a great experience, but that was more service related, and they set us right next to a server station that we were getting bumped and stuff like that. So we went back for a redemption story because that was right after they opened, and the redemption was great. Then we went back for brunch, and I had one of the best meals I have had in Disney Springs at Summer House Brunch.
It is very close to my top.
There's several good brunches here, but I think Summer House Brunch is my favorite.
It's pretty close. Like I need to go and experience it again just to make sure.
Done. Saturday?
Okay. I mean, it is so good. We had an appetizer of a cinnamon roll that was like as big as my face, and it had like blueberries and lemon and you would think like a cinnamon roll being that large that it would be dry in the middle. It was absolute perfection all the way through. Everything we had there for brunch was fantastic. I love that they have indoor and outdoor seating. They've got that kind of like California, like, open weather vibe, and it's just lovely.
And they have a cookie bar. So if you don't want to stand in line for 4 hours at Gideon's, you can go to Summer House and walk right up, buy a cookie. Now it's not the same, but it's a pretty darn good cookie.
I like Summer House cookies better.
I actually like them better too. All right, let's move over to some resorts, because the resorts, especially deluxe resorts, have some really fantastic dining options. We already talked about Victoria and Albert's, but across the way over at California Grill, located in the Contemporary, you can have a wonderful meal and see an incredible show. There is another very good old fashioned over here, probably maybe top 5, like one of the better old fashions on Disney property. The only thing I don't care for California Grill, when we did our last dining review, is the fact that they have a prefix menu. I would prefer to order a la carte because they do sushi very well there, and I don't want to be like locked into like, here, get an appetizer from like these things, and then get an entree from these things, and here's your set price. Like I would rather choose, but I know why they do that, because everybody, I'm sure, went up there, ordered one sushi roll, and stayed for the fireworks. So that's unfortunate.
Lovely. Yes, yeah. Everybody else ruined it. But it is so lovely. It's one of those places that they turn down the lights and they pump in the music for the fireworks, and it's just such a beautiful view, and it makes for a really, really lovely date night. All right, we're moving across the way back over to Grand Floridian to go to Narcoossee's, which is another really great place to go and check out the fireworks and also have some wonderful food. They just recently refurbished and redid the menu and everything. I love everything that they've done. The only thing that they're missing is they used to do a fantastic brunch, and they have not ever brought that back. And that was a really good one. But this is a great location to, go have a very lovely meal, watch the fireworks once again, and just have a lovely evening.
I know what you're thinking, because on our worst experiences with Disney dining, Narcoossee's was up there because of the whole situation of them making us park across the street. This is back when they first opened up parking across the street, so they didn't have shuttles. It wasn't separated between Disney dining and cast member parking, so we literally came back to our car and there was a cast member half naked, like changing next to our car. I couldn't get in the driver's seat because he was standing between his car and my car, our car, which was parked right next to it. And I know a couple of you said we were being ridiculous. Go spend $250 on Narcoossee's and not be able to get in your car because you've got a half-naked cast member standing there changing next to your driver's door, and talk to me then. Anyway, but the restaurant itself was fantastic.
Yes.
Great food. Another good old-fashioned. Just get the surf and turf, get anything there. It's done really, really well.
Really good.
It was unfortunate that the whole before and after Grand Floridian side of things kind of brought the whole experience down in our opinion, but the food, the service, the in-restaurant stuff at Narcoossee's, really good.
I'm gonna hop back over to Disney Springs for just a second to highlight Haleo, because probably hands down my favorite drink on property is that salt air margarita. I literally dream about this drink. It is so good. It's the perfect margarita, but instead of having that salty rim that gets all over your face, it's got that foam that has the salt in it that's perfection. Then you have tapas, which are fantastic. And it's such a cool vibe in there. The food's wonderful. So much fun.
We've got 5 more. We love dining at Disney. There's so many good restaurants. The people that go to Disney World and say that there's nothing to eat there, or it's the only gross theme park food, I don't know where they're eating. Because
probably Backlot Express.
Backlot Express.
Well, we haven't reviewed that yet recently, so.
I've been there plenty, and it ain't that great. 3 of them are at one particular resort, but before we get there, over at Riviera, Topolino's Terrace, they got a breakfast, which is character. They've got a dinner, which is not character, very upscale. One of the best old fashions on property, the modern fashion, very, very good. I love the appetizer that is the ricotta with the tomato sauce. It's so good.
Oh my gosh, we've got to go back there. Probably between Topolino's and Toledo are the 2 that we always argue about whenever we're like, where are we gonna go for date night? And we're like, what sounds good? And we're like, ooh, one of those. Those are probably our top 2 favorites on property to go to. But Toledo is so amazing. It's at the top of Coronado Springs, and so you get those amazing views. They have a wonderful old fashioned that came out for the holiday season, and if you ask about it, if who you ask knows what the ingredients are, then they can make it, and it's superb.
You should be able to get it in the Dahlia Lounge and at Toledo. Yes. Just ask for the old fashioned made with mezcal, and it's so good. It's pretty simple. It's it's got kind of an orange aroma and mezcal in there, so it's smoky and orange and just. Last time I went, we saw our waiter that we had a couple of times before, and he's like, "Hey, you're back. You want your old fashioned?" I'm like, "Oh God, we can't." We've done this too much. We gotta.
I think that we were trying to explain it to our waitress, and she was like, "I don't know," and we were like, "He knows." And
he passed the table. I was like, "Oh,
yeah, I know exactly."
Yeah,
what
they want the
about.
old fashioned. I got you. I'm like, "Oh my goodness, we've been here too much." Anyway, our last 3 restaurants are all at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Oh, because they do food right.
I love Animal Kingdom Lodge. I love the savannah. I love waking up, having a cup of coffee, and seeing giraffes outside of my window. The only problem with Animal Kingdom Lodge specifically is that it's out in the middle of nowhere, and the only way you can get Disney transportation anywhere is through buses. You can't walk anywhere. There's no monorail. There's no boats going anywhere. Nothing like that. So buses, which kind of stinks. It's a little bit logistically wise, not the best place to stay.
Yeah.
But if you drive or you're okay with that, then it's fantastic. The 3 table service restaurants over here, in no particular order, Jiko, Boma, and Sanaa are all out of this world. Jiko's more upscale. It is a la carte. It is straight South African. They've got South African wines. They've got wonderful wines in South Africa. They've got a great wine selection here. Just really, really good food. Boma is right across the hallway from Jiko. It is not upscale. They've got breakfast and dinner, and it is a buffet. So it's all you care to enjoy, and they've got some really good African flares there.
Yeah, and then you have Sanaa, which is over in Kidani Village, and so it's the other building that you can get to. And the bread service, just order it. That's all you need to do.
It's an appetizer. We'll get like our family of 4 will go and get 2 bread services, and that's basically our meal.
Yeah. It's so good. We got to do that again soon too.
So it's a couple. So the bread service specifically is different pieces, different non-breads. So like there's a plain one, there's one with like garlic on it. But it comes out with these dipping sauces. There's 10, right? 10 dipping sauces.
I think so. And I think you can get 2 extras that are the spicy, the really hot ones.
Ask for the spicy sauces. So like, yeah, you can. It's just like, and it's cool because they come out in this tray, and there's 2 rows of them, and they'll tell you like start here, work your way around, end up on this sauce, because you start with kind of the milder sauces, and you get like the more like robust flavors and spicier sauces. Super, super good.
Whew. Now I'm going to go and make new reservations for us for the next couple of weeks at all of these places, because after talking about them, I miss them.
Absolutely, let's do it.
All right, if you are liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
We will see you on the next video.